Here are the latest price moves in crypto today. Starting with the general crypto market, we can see that it is not looking very good. Things have pulled back, and in a moment, I'll be showing you the Bitcoin trading charts. And it was a bit of a fake out that took place. It's an unfortunate thing, but we need to see how things continue to develop from there. I'm still optimistic on BNB, but with these recent drops that took place, I'm worried that we're going to see a continuation of what we've already been seeing, but I think it's just a matter of time. Regardless, Bitcoin, it's down 1.3%. Ethereum's down 4%. BNB is down 1.96%, still hanging above $210 though. We see bigger hits on crypto such as Atom down 5.57%, Chainlink is down 7.46%, LDO is down 8.88%, ICP down 6.17%. There are many of these tokens, some of which we've talked about in previous videos, such as GRT. It is down 5.33%. We can see also tokens that have showed a little bit more on the green side. BSV is up nearly 20%. This is 19.91%. This is Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. I am not a fan of BSV personally. I believe that there is a plethora of evidence against Craig Wright being Satoshi Nakamoto, and seeing that the price is up 20% on this, I find it to be highly suspicious. Highly suspicious. So please be careful out there. XEC is up 5.13%, and RLB is up 9.19%. Moving on to the Bitcoin trading charts. As we can see on October 1st for the Sunday, a very nice big green candle. Everything looked very optimistic. We could see that there were 3 daily candle closures above the 50 moving average. And as I mentioned in previous videos, you want ideally 3 or more instances to form a strong trend pattern. After those 3 days of being above it, what did we see? An explosive burst up. In fact, it tapped on the wick just slightly above. You can barely see it, but it's just slightly above the 200 moving average. Pulled back and ended up closing out just below it. Things were looking pretty optimistic there. Volume doing pretty average for a day, but I would say higher than average for a Sunday. And then we see the next day what happened. Price ended up coming up even higher for the day today, shooting up to about $28,600 before pulling back and dropping all the way down. We see a bottom here of $27,311, and right now resting at about $27,500 as of the time of me recording this video. So huge volume day. The good news is that even with that huge volume, we are resting right now, I'd say a little bit more than halfway through that candle from yesterday. So when you have a huge volume, when you have a huge price move, typically what you're going to end up seeing is some pullback, right? And what we see here is a high volume pullback, but with that, it's still technically up. Think about that just for a second, compared to 2 days ago. So compared to yesterday, yeah, it's down below it, but compared to 2 days ago, we're still considerably higher. In fact, even with where we're at right now, we're even higher than what we were seeing for levels that were trying to be tested back around September 19th. So this is still optimistic. Remember, it doesn't only go up. The fact that there is some pullback that took place here gives an opportunity for this to make further gains moving forward. Moving on to Ethereum, this one took a harder hit. Did have a green candle yesterday, but a retracement that drops it down below where even the price was day before. Yesterday, the day before yesterday. It's kind of a word way for me to phrase that, but hopefully you get what I'm saying there. And then we can also see that it brings us back to levels last seen on September 29th. Right now, it is above the 50 moving average. However, there was a wick that dropped down even below that. So I have some concerns about Ethereum. Bitcoin, I'm more optimistic on. And then BNB, I'm still optimistic on, but I'm a bit frustrated because we did have a green candle that broke above the 50 moving average finally, and it closed above it finally, but it was temporary because it pulled back just like what we saw with Bitcoin and with Ethereum, and is now resting below the 50 moving average. The 50 moving average continues to move downwards, so moving sideways on the next day. If this trend pattern continues on right here, then we're likely going to pass above it once again, and I think that once again gives another ample opportunity to make a significant run up. So as you guys can see, as we zoom out here on the 50 moving average, last time that we had a candle closure above the 50 moving average took place all the way back on August 8th. And with that time period, it was a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth before it ended up dropping down lower. So now we're kind of entering into that similar phase of what we saw right back here around on July 27th, where it broke above, back and forth, but we're just starting that here. I'm really hoping that we see that nice little push up, primarily because of with Bitcoin having a little bit of that cool down off of that large volume of that red pullback, it can make some more growth activity, and that should pull up some of the other cryptos with it. If Ethereum does make further drops, that might end up pulling off the other cryptos too. So keep an eye on these three for sure. Moving on to SafeMoon on the Binance Smart Chain, it is up 0.17%, $32,000 in buy volume versus $11,000 in sell volume. It has 4 daily candle closures in the green, looking like it's probably going to be green on another day. SafeMoon for the Ethereum side is down 3.7%. And transactions says 3, total of $853 in volume. There are 3 buys. Then SafeMoon on the Polygon side, it's down 4.55%, $3,400 in buy volume, $8,200 in sell volume. Blockbuster Tech is down 1.91%, $180 in buy volume, $351 in sell volume. And for Drip, as usual, price continues to go down. On the PancakeSwap side, down 3.03%, $175 in buy volume, $3,000 in sell volume. So until they change the Drip faucet, I do not expect this pattern to change. I've said that in my previous videos, and lo and behold, was I right? I was right. I've been right up to this point so far. We've been seeing red every single day. There's still buying volume that takes place over on the native DEX. But as far as for being able to break down the full metrics with that, we don't have nice clean charts like what we see here through DEX Screener with the PancakeSwap side. But that does it for this video, guys. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode.